Hi everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I hope you're doing well. I am coming to you today with a cute project. This whole week on my blog, I have been focusing on the What's Cooking Bundle, which is this beautiful stamp set right here. Adorable kitchen stuff. And this great die set that cuts it all out. Not only does it cut out all of these pieces, but it gives you this really awesome cutting board, which has an awesome grain to it. When you cut that out, it gives a wood grain to the look. I also have this cute whisk and this cute spatula right here that is also gets cut out. Super cute. So let's go ahead and get started and let me show you the card. I've made this cute apron card. Isn't it adorable? It has this really cute pocket, and the utensils or the kitchen utensils pop out. The rolling pin, the scraper, and the wooden spoon is what I chose to put in there this time in the cute pocket. And the pocket was made with these really pretty vellum squares. They come in a package. You get 24 of them. They're 3 by 3 inches, and you're saying, well, they're square. How did you get them into the circle? And I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put this right here and move these things aside so that we can start with our cute card. So to make this card, I used a half sheet of Daffodil Delight, the long direction it was cut. So it is a half a sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half and use my bone folder to burnish and help me fold that. So just like that. So there is my half card. My half sheet of cardstock into a card. Here is going to be our little pocket when it's time for that. And this is the paper that I chose to layer over the top of it. Isn't it so cute? I think it's adorable. So this paper is from the Pattern Play. It's a Hostess paper pack, and it's a large pack of designer series paper that you can get for free if you host a party or a workshop or a class in your home. It's a really great way to do it. We could also do virtual ones. So just contact me if you're interested in doing that, and you can get this really awesome paper. This is the back side. It's just as cute. Okay, so to make this apron card, I just drew it out, but then I decided that you guys are not going to want to just draw it out. So I went ahead and made a pattern for you. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse. So the pattern is a PDF, and it's on my blog, and you guys can grab it there. I'm trying to see what I did with it so I could show it to you. Oh, here it is right next to me, right in front of my face. So here it is. You're going to cut it in half long ways and in half this way, and you will end up with 4 patterns for the apron. And so every time you go to make a card, you're going to cut a 4th. And here it is. And we're going to lay it down on here, and we are going to just cut right along the lines that I have made for us. And we are going to make our apron. So I like to use a very long bladed scissor to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and place it like this. It's a little bit off. I think I have it a little bit off center. So I just shifted it. I must not have cut it straight. So when you get yours, just make sure it's straight. And you're going to cut along these lines like this perfectly. And that's your one side of your apron. Now I'm going to turn and line this back up, and I'm going to cut on the other side, just like that. I'm going to bring it around, hold it as best I can, and there we go. So there's my apron card. So now I am going to need to cut my border. So I'm going to use this piece, and I'm going to lay it down like so. And when I have the border equal on those 3 sides, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to grab a pencil and I'm gonna mark the pattern paper to match my my apron template. So there it is. So now I'm going to cut, and when I cut, I'm going to cut on the inside of this line and leave a border. So I'm going to start on the, actually I'm going to go this direction because I'm right-handed. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to leave a little edge right there. I'm following that as my guide, kind of like when you're fussy cutting and you just do your best to leave about the same amount of width that you want, just like that. So let's put this on here and see how it looks so far. That looks pretty good. I like it. So let's do the other side. This time I'm going to cut from this direction so I can still see, and I want to leave about the same amount. Let me hold it up to the camera so you guys can see that much around. So I'm going to come here and I am going to fussy cut as best I can, leaving that nice border like that. And when I flip it back over and we attach it down, it leaves you that edge all the way around your apron. Isn't that cute? So let's just go ahead and attach that onto the card. We're going to use our Stampin' Seal. So I will put some on here like so. We're going to work our way around all the edges, and let's put a little bit down here in the middle. Okay, so now that we have this super sticky apron, this is really sticky, we're going to go ahead and lay this, leaving our border all the way around. And go ahead and place that down just like that. Isn't it adorable? Okay, so let's move that out of the way. So now let's talk about the pocket. Let me explain how that works. So I used our layering circles, and I used the largest of the layering circles. I'm going to grab the other half here. And I've cut this in half. So I've cut it out, and then I've just cut it straight down the middle. And I went in between these two scallops and then in between those two scallops, and I have two halves, so I can use that one for another card. This is going to be the pocket on my apron. So I cut one of these cute vellum square doilies in half as well. And as you can see, it's square and it doesn't fit on my piece. So to fix that, I'm going to cut these three circles right here, and then this one up here off. So these four little half circles are going to be trimmed off. So I'm going to start here. I hope you can see it well in the camera. And I'm just going to cut and kind of round those around that piece there. Just like so. And that's what I've cut off, if I can grab it with my finger. And now I have a rounded piece. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So these same three, 1, 2, 3, and then that one up there is going to be gone. So I'm just going to round these pieces just like that, and that will go away. Let me throw those away. And now you can see that when we layer it onto this half circle, it is a cute little lace pocket. So now to adhere it, I'm going to be using our liquid glue. And I like to use a silicone mat when I use this because I don't want glue on everything. So I'm just going to move that up. And if glue gets on here, it's okay because the mat will take care of it for me. So this is our glue here. It's the Tombow multi-purpose glue. And so we'll get this started, shake it down. And then I mostly want it to adhere around the circular part of the piece. So I'm going to put some little dots as it starts coming out. We'll see them. Come on. Okay, that was a little much in that one section, but it'll be okay. So you just want to just put some small dots, which I'm not doing because my glue came out too fast, but there we go. Now I'm just gonna put dots all the way around like this. And I just wanna make sure that these outer edges are really have the adhesive on them, because that's the most vulnerable for sticking. As long as the middle section has a little bit of adhesive, it should stay no problem, but these outer pieces can lift, and so we definitely want as much adhesive on these outer pieces as we can get. So as you can see, I've put quite a few dots on here, and that's why I like to use the silicone mat, because the glue that's left will actually be on it. I'm going to use this tweezer here and grab that piece. See this that's left on here? I'll show you how easy that comes off in a minute. We're going to go ahead and lay this down onto our piece like so. And then I'm going to press it in and slide it up so that that edge is right along there, just like that. And on the silicone mat, if I just take the adhesive and rub it, it rubs into like a little ball that can be thrown away, and it does not stay on my mat. I love this little mat. And there it is on my finger. You can also roll it from your fingers right into the trash. So I'll go ahead and put this over the trash can and knock those little balls that I made of the adhesive down into the trash can. So now it's nice and clean for the next time. So we're gonna go ahead and adhere this down onto our piece. But before we do that, I have two pieces of ribbon. One is a little bit longer and one is a little shorter. So the shorter one is gonna go up here at the neck. So I'm gonna put that one to the side. And I wanna lay this so that I have an idea of how I want my pocket to go, because this is gonna be lining that top of that pocket, and I think I want it to go right here along these edges like that. So let's go ahead and bring the silicone mat back in. We're going to turn this over, and this time we're going to put adhesive just on the circular part, not the straight edge, because we want to be able to tuck those tools into our pocket, right? So let's go ahead and flip that over. I show where my ribbon is, so I'm going to slide this up like that. And when I think it's about even, I'm going to go ahead and press that into place. And I know that it will be covered by my ribbon there. So there we go. This is the next step. It's going to come right across like that. Isn't it so cute? I love this card. Okay, so to adhere the ribbon across, we're going to use mini glue dots and the take your pick tool. This is a very versatile tool. It has a pointy end on this side. There's a spatula in here. There's also a stylus end that's in my drawer that also fits into this section. And then this side has putty for when you add embellishments. But for today, we're going to start with this mini glue dot, and I'm going to pull this one off here. I'm going to fold it in half. They're kind of a little bit big for what I need, so I'm just going to fold them in half, and then I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to put one right here in this corner and just stick that down. Move the ribbon out of the way temporarily. Let's find the next one. Here's another one. So fold that in half. I'm going to put this one on this end right there. And now we're going to put three. Let's see, 3 of them. Here's one. Fold it in half and pick that up, and we're going to put it on this corner of the pocket. Fold it in half. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but they're kind of clear, but trust me, it's there. And I'm picking it up and I'm placing it maybe right there, and then we'll do another one. Fold it in half, pick it up, and put it right there. I think I want to put one more of these. I'm going to move this one down a little bit. This take your pick tool is perfect to do things like that. So let's push that one down. Perfect. And one more. Let's grab this one right here, fold it in half. I hope you can see it. Obviously I can't see what you're seeing, but I pray that you are seeing it. There we go. And there is my other one. So let's go ahead and trim this off. And now we're going to lay our ribbon across that. I'm going to hold it about even. And when I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to push it down in that corner, work my way across this pocket like so, and press that into place. So there is my cute pocket. Now we have our tools to put in there, right? So the spatula, or the scraper, when you stamp it, I stamped it in a gray color, didn't color the end. And you know, when you buy these silicone things, they come in all different colors. And since our card is yellow, I wanted to make it yellow too. So I am using my Stampin' Blend here to color my spatula just like that. Now we have a yellow one and we can tuck that in there just like that. Okay, now comes the top. We're gonna put the ribbon on the top. So what I have done with this is I have opened it up, and you can use a pencil and you can make 2 dots here where you want your holes to go. That looks good to me. I'm going to come in with my 1/8 of an inch circle handheld punch here, and I'm going to punch a hole in that corner there. And I'm going to rotate it around and punch one in this corner here. You can also use a crocodile or anything that you have that punches a hole with your hand that you can get it in. And so now we're going to weave this ribbon through. So to start, I'm just going to go ahead and knot like I'm tying a balloon. I don't know what kind of knot this is called, but I'm just going to pull that like that. And there is that end. So now I'm going to insert this in this first hole like so. So there's that one. Now I'm going to bring it up and around, and I'm going to bring it in through the back of this side. Same way, I'm going to just stick it through that hole there and pull it up. And I'm going to pull it as hard as I can so it's super tight, because I need as much room as possible to tie this knot. So I'm going to do the same thing, wrap it around my finger, put it through the hole like I'm tying a balloon closed after I've blown it up, and I'm gonna pull on that and then slide my knot down close to the edge here, but not completely off, just like that. And once my knot is tied, I can pull on this, and then there are my cute little knots and the top part of our apron. So there are our tools. So now it's time to do this cute bottom section. So I've already cut the bowl. It's stamped in Daffodil Delight, and I have my little scrap paper here that I am using for my words. I'm going to use Early Espresso. And I'm going to use the stamp that says Happiness is Homemade. So I'm going to ink that up. And I am going to bring this over just like this and stamp that. Oh, it's a little crooked. I'm going to flip it to the other side. No one will even know. And there we go. Happiness is Homemade. So now this is going to get inserted. I'm going to close this so I don't flip it over or make a mess somehow, some way, because I will find a way if I can. We're going to unlock this. We're going to push this in. This is the flag end. This is called the Banner's Pick-a-Punch. We're going to slide it right in just like that along the guide. And once we have it all the way back, I'm going to go ahead and press, and I'm going to pull it out and see if it's about the right distance. And it is. It's perfect. So we will go ahead and attach this to our bowl. We're going to stick this here. I think I'm going to trim this end down just a slight amount. We don't need that much. And then I'm going to put some adhesive here and attach my bowl to this end. So let's go ahead and grab our wet adhesive and put that down. And then we're going to stick the bowl to it like this. That looks awesome. And while it is drying, I'm gonna sit this to the side. We'll go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. I'm gonna clean this before we move on any further. And then we'll stamp the words on the inside. So that is done. So we're gonna use Early Espresso. And we're gonna put sending you a dash of kindness and a spoonful of love. Such a cute sentiment, a really adorable font. I love fonts, and this stamp set has the cutest fonts. So we're gonna put that there so we still have room to write down at the bottom. And then I thought it would be really cute if we put these little 3 chef hats on here. Don't you think they're cute? So let's go ahead and stamp them right there. Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so precious. So let's close that up, close our punch, lock that back in place. And let's clean our stamps while everything is drying. We're almost done here, guys. All right, the finishing touch is going to be this on the outside. We're going to use some dimensionals. And we're gonna attach 3 of those, right like that. We'll put this one in the corner of the bowl, and then we'll put one over here. I'm gonna use the Take Your Pick tool, and I will pull the backs of this. Now, I love this about the Take Your Pick tool because they all get stuck to this and don't end up on my craft room floor. I can grab them off of here and throw them right in the trash, and then they're not all over the place, right? So let's go ahead and place this here. Find a good little spot for it. I think that looks awesome. Just like that. And there is our adorable apron card. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make this card. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And I'm new to YouTube, so please help me out. Like and comment, share and subscribe. Ask your friends to subscribe too. And when you subscribe, you'll be getting notifications of when I post new videos. Check out my blog. The link is going to be in the description below. And when you go there, you can access PDFs and measurements and more fun projects. Like I said, I am showcasing this What's Cooking bundle for the entire week. So you will find 7 days of inspiration with this stamp set. I hope that you enjoyed watching again, and thank you so much. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. My website and blog is inkyhandswarmhearts.com, and I appreciate you watching. Happy stamping!